Day 31 of 40 Money Mantras. Here we are, and it's Money Monday. It is Money Monday. I'm Reverend Valerie Love. If we have not met yet, they call me KAISI. And this channel is a spirituality channel, all about magic, money, and metaphysics. It's about your life, it's about your freedom, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. That's what we do around here. If you love it, hang out with us. Hang out with us if you love it. Smash up the likes. And we're here live every morning at 9 a.m., Monday through Friday, for 40 different 8 weeks during 40 Money Mantras. And today is day 31, only 9 more days to go after today. I am in Miami. Hi from Miami, family. Hi from Miami. How you loving? How you loving? How you loving? Let's begin as we do every morning with a deep breath. Straighten the spine, Kundalini energy arising easily. To and fro, Kundalini energy up and down, to and fro, energy moving freely up and down the spine. Deep breath. And see the flow of the Kundalini energy up and down the spine, flowing in a perfect current. See it flowing perfectly, flowing in a perfect current. Breathe and now see the emanation of the nerve endings coming off of the spine and see them being filled and electrified, activated with this Kundalini energy and traveling it throughout your nervous system. Feel it, see it. Breathe. And know that your entire nervous system is activated by the Kundalini energy. This is the spiritual energy of the serpent. Breathe and be still. Breathe and be still on the inside. Breathe and be still on the inside. No thought. Give yourself the gift of perfect silence, your own presence to yourself. Capital S self, the all knowing, almighty, all powerful you. Be in perfect commune with the true self, with no thought. Be in bliss, be in ecstatic union with the one, the all, the whole. This is yourself. And I spell this experience for greater wealth easily. I spell this experience for greater prosperity for everyone who is here, everyone who is yet to be here, everyone who has ever been here. For greater riches, easily, happily, joyfully, overcoming challenges, living life to the full, all in, dancing the dance of life. I spell this experience for increase optimally, and increase that is in excellence. This is so, even now, so mo to be. Opening our eyes, we give attention now to God morning, family. God morning, hey Ashley, hey yours truly, hey God's garden girl, how you loving? Danelzi, how you loving? Be Edwards Bell, Dawn, how you loving? How you loving, family? Oh my goodness. Pardon me. I'm coming to you from Miami. Yes, I hopped over the Gulf of Mexico yesterday from Cancun. This time I flew from Cancun. I went to Cancun, and then I flew from Cancun to Miami, and the windows open because here at our family's home in Miami, there is nothing like the fresh Miami morning air coming through the window. I just love it. I just love the fresh morning Miami air. Something about it. There's something about Miami that I absolutely love. It's Money Monday. And rightfully for Money Monday, tonight I get to get my hands on the authors. I get to get my hands on all the authors tonight. Tonight, it's the authors. Tonight is the Amazon book class, the master class on Amazon. Oh my goodness, I've got so much to share with the authors tonight. It's going to be so delicious. At 9 p.m. Eastern Time, because our mastermind that I conduct with our family is at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, if you're not, yay, Dawn and everybody that's in the class tonight. Oh, this master class is so good. It's so good. It's so good. Be prepared, family, because this rap master class is going to rock your world. You only have a few more hours. Let me see what the countdown timer says. We're going into our mantra for today. And if you have not yet gotten yourself into the masterclass, all good, because you just want to go to ValerieLove.com. And once you arrive at ValerieLove.com, hi, lady. Hi, friendly lady. I love that lady. Once you arrive at ValerieLove.com, you want to go right here to Amazon. How to get Amazon to fall in love with your books. I'm going to give you real numbers. As a matter of fact, before you even got into class, right here, I gave you real numbers. Oh, 11 hours. Oh, wow. Get popping. Right here, I gave you some receipts because there's a lot of this book that we're going to be talking about, and I've sold thousands upon thousands upon thousands of books, self-published and published with with a publisher, in bookstores, book signings in bookstores, at events, and online. I can tell you a thing or two about books. And I can tell you, books is one of the most powerful ways for you to make yourself free. And if you have not done it yet, it's all good. If you haven't done it yet, it's all good. You know why? I have tremendous compassion for people who have been trying to write books for a very long time and haven't yet, because it took me 10 years to write and publish my first book. It took me a decade, and I'm a writer, and I write every day. So, no concerns whatsoever if it's taken you 2 years or 3 years or 5 years or 20 years to get your first book out. No concern about that. And you don't have to be an author already to be in the class tonight, because someone did ask me that. They asked, do you have to be an author already? No. You can be a person who wants to be an author. And I can tell you by transmission that when you're standing next to or sitting next to a person that's already done it, things start conveying to you subconsciously. That makes it easier for you to do it, and you don't have to figure it out. Let me share this on Clubhouse, because sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Hold for a moment. Thank you. So, by all means, do register for tonight's class. And what I love about our pages now, our pages all have payment plans on them. Buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later. No excuse. There's no excuse to get yourself all the master classes that you can get yourself. Get the whole bundle. If you get the bundle, there are, I believe, 12 master classes in that bundle. It's incredible. It's an incredible PhD in how to create extreme income. Uh, yes, yes. Energetic osmosis. I love it, Dawn. I love it. Ooh, come on, yours truly. Money in the vortex. And look what I did for my love tubers, because I know how giving and lovely and wonderful my love tubers are, because I be getting cash apps and super chats and new members. I brought my bell with me because I know the love tubers. They be. I know y'all after all these years. Y'all are some giving, lovely people. Lovely people. Y'all be lacing a witch up. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for all of you who are in all of our classes who make this world work possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for all of you, today is also the last day for the Christian Witches Convention. I just got on. Where do I go to get this? Oh, Sharon, yes. Let me hook you up, Sharon. Come on, Sharon. Yours truly, you are a blessing. Money in the vortex. All right, let's get y'all in class tonight. I'm putting it right in the comments. And then as soon as this is over, family, if you're listening on the replay, I'm going to put the link in the pinned comment below this vid. Kaneza will likely do that for me because I have more creating to do. And Kaneza is so wonderful. We have so many wonderful people that help us out with so many wonderful things. So Kaneza will do that for us. Oh, yeah. Oh, hearts. I love it. I love it. Hearts. So that's how you get into class tonight. You don't have to be an author. And I think one of the next classes that I'm going to do is going to be on how to get the AI to write a book for you. And we write the book in class with the AI. I'm so wanting to teach that class. But we're going to need a little bit more than one of my usual master classes, which is about 90 minutes. My usual master classes are about 90 minutes. Sometimes we go over because if people have questions, I stay on until everybody got what they need to take action, right? I want to do a class. Who would come to this class? It'll be online, like maybe a Saturday intensive, maybe like from 9 to 4 or something. And we write a book together with the AI, writing class. Who would come to that class? This is how you can write your book in one day and have it published that day. And just start you, because I promise you, when I was an author, if I could have had, be able to Bell, you would come to that class? Yes, yeah. If I had been, ooh, Ty, you got your hand raised too. Dawn got her raised too. Oh my goodness. I'm writing a book right now with the AI. Oh, God is my strength. I would. Oh, goody. I'm going to do that. It'll probably be sometime in June. So the June masterclass will be write a book with the AI. Can't this Saturday, but I would come. Oh, no, not this Saturday. No, this Saturday is my daughter's graduation, baby. The reason I'm in Miami is because I have two big things happening the next 2 weeks. Let me come off screen share. Two big things happening. First, my daughter's graduation is this week. We fly out on Wednesday. My son and I, our family, will be going to see this beautiful daughter of mine graduate from 4 years at yeah, she's at LSU. And yeah, Shaq hangs out there too. That's Shaq's alma mater. And oh my goodness. Late on a Saturday, work mornings. Oh, you work in the mornings on Saturday. Okay, we'll hook it up. We'll hook it up. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do with that class. Because family, you could have probably 10 or 20 books out in 1 week. Good books. Good books. Like how I'm going to show you tonight to get Amazon to fall in love with your books and make just, you want royalties. One book of mine is 5 figures of royalties. Come on, family, get it. You need 6 figures in royalties. You need royalties, not just $5 or $10 or $20. Let's get you some real money that you can really travel around the world with. And books is one of the best ways to do it. I have 3 ways that I teach people to do. Hey, Celine. Oh my goodness, this book sells like hotcakes every single day. I have several books every single day that sell like hotcakes. Why? Because Amazon That's the other side of the fresh morning air through the open windows. It's the sound through the open windows. It's all good. I have several books that Amazon has fallen completely in love with these books. And family, I've got to tell you, when Amazon falls completely in love with your books, you are golden. It will sell that book. You are doing this, and your book is selling. There's three ways that I teach people to make repeat income, repeat income, repeat income, repeat income. I don't teach Airbnb. I don't know anything about that. I don't teach real estate. I did that, didn't work for me. I wanted something that was much more easier, something that was much more fun and enjoyable. All three of these methods you can do if you are any kind of person who loves to serve people, which is everyone here. One is books, books. Two is YouTube, and three is our wellness club. All three of these pay you, and they form like a triangle, a trifecta, and they pay you religiously every single month, every single month, every single month. And it's by partnering with multi-billion-dollar companies. Don't partner with people that don't have money. Partner with multi-billion-dollar companies that never miss a check. I mean, I get checks from all three of these places every single month, not checks, direct deposits. They never stopped, and they're solid. Build yourself solid, repeatable streams of income. Not only these fly-by-night network marketing companies out here, they're trash. How do I know? I was in a few of them. And for the ones that are not trash, that really have good products, they're not going to pay you residual income. They're just not. Stop thinking that they will. They're not. I'm going to give you, put into you, your consciousness, three solid, for real ways for you to make repeat income as a spiritual practitioner, a transformation agent, an author, a coach, a light worker, a way shower, a guide, an influencer, a creator. You need repeat income that comes into your account every single month at the same time, like clockwork. You need that clockwork money. It just drops in on clockwork while you're doing this. And I don't mean you do nothing. Of course, you have to do something for it to work. Yeah, you can learn what it is and then you can do it. I tell you what's not going to work. What's not going to work. After a while, you'll see this, beloved. It's not going to work. Continue to exchange your time for money. After a while, that's going to get old. And so will you if you keep doing it. I'm not trying to keep exchanging my time for money. I only do that with a few select clients that I absolutely love. That's not my main way of creating financial abundance. Main way of creating financial abundance is building repeat streams of income. Streams of income that just repeat. You can build a life on that. This is Money Monday. You can build a life on that. Okay? Let's go to our mantra for today. Oh, so class is tonight. And today is the last day to register for the Christian Witches Convention, family. The Christian Witches Convention. I'm going to put that link in the chat as well. The Christian Witches Convention ticket sales close today. And I just love all the people who are coming to the Christian Witches Convention. Oh my God. I just love it. I love it. All you do is go to christianwitches.com. And there you'll see on the front page, it'll take you to Christian Witches Convention. Registration closes today. If you are watching this after today, all good, because the links will be below for the next Christian Witches Convention, okay? Or you just missed it. And next time you'll be with us. That's what I know. Next time you will be with us. 40 Money Mantras today is about what if. And here is how what if came about. So quite a few years ago, story time. Quite a few years ago, I was broke as a joke and I was suffering. And when I say broke as a joke, it doesn't mean that I didn't have money. It means that I didn't have the money that I wanted to have. I didn't have the money that matched what I was putting out. And I didn't have the results and the success that I wanted. And part of the time I was frustrated because I didn't know what I was missing. Part of the time I was sick and tired of the whole thing. Fuck it. Part of the time I was on it, on it, on it, on it. Part of the time I was just lost, like confused. What am I supposed to be doing? So you can imagine that I waxed and waned over these multiple states of being and mental vicissitudes, and I was not happy. And I knew enough to know that I could not psych out my subconscious mind by just telling it, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I knew affirmations didn't work from a person that's already broke because obviously I was already sending out the broke vibration. So I knew that wouldn't work. And so I knew I had to do something that would turn this thing around. So I did many things. Let me tell you, I grabbed every prosperity thing I could grab. I grabbed every money book, every change your mind about money book, every coach that I could find, everything. Until I started to see the ship turn around. And then it kept turning around, kept getting better and better and better and better and better. And then one of the games that I would play with myself to recalibrate my subconscious mind, your subconscious mind is creating 96% of your results. In order to reprogram my subconscious mind, I had to find a way to trick myself into being in the thing right now that I wanted. Now, that was a tall order because it was very difficult for me to whip myself out of what I was currently experiencing. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? When you're in an experience that you don't want to be in, and it's very painful, and it's gripping your attention, and it's just so forward, it's so prominent in your consciousness that you can't really think about anything else. You can't really do anything else, and you're kind of overtaken by this thing, and you're kind of overwhelmed, and it's just Ever been there? From that place, I promise you, it is very difficult to get yourself to the feeling place of I am in the manifestation of the desired result right now. It's very difficult to do that. So I had to come up with means through the great imagination, which Neville Goddard calls your imagination Christ. Your imagination, is the magic in it, right? It's the imagination. And so I had to find ways to whip myself out of despair, discouragement, depression. That was a big one. What am I doing wrong? I can't figure this thing out. What's wrong with me? You see, you can hear the guilt and shame in there too, right? I got to get it together. I should know better than this because I'm a grown woman. I already was a financial advisor. I made money there, and I was in real estate, and I know how to do these things. What is wrong with me that I'm not doing this now with the spiritual services, right? Because there was something in my mind that was blocking me because it had a lie whipping through that said you can't charge people for spiritual services. Whereas I made more money with spiritual services probably now than with anything else in my life. I had to flip that. So I was there. And I had to come up with games and means and fun ways to whip myself out of that into the delicious manifestation of living it right now, right now, right now. You're here right now. You're here right now. It's here right now, right now, right now, right? So combine all that I knew the affirmations wouldn't work. I had to move myself in energy. I didn't have to move myself physically. My body was still sitting there. You're talking about moving yourself energetically, which is a huge mind shift. And the mind is harder to move than your body. I could go and do yoga and exercise and walk. I can walk miles. Now, moving your mind and keeping it moved, whew, for me, that's more of a challenge than moving my body. So, hence the what if game. Now, when we come together next week for the Christian Witches Convention, you know that we're going to be doing a ritual on Friday. We're going to be doing a ritual on Friday and a ritual on Saturday because I love group rituals. They're magnificent. They're wonderful. It's amazing, super powerful in person. I was just talking to Pamela the other day, one of our new mastermind members that I love, love, love so much. And she lives out in Arizona. She's starting a witchy beauty coven. Oh, I love her. She's going to be there. I was so happy. I was like, Pamela, I'm so happy you can come. So it's just going to be some amazing, interesting, not usual people there. Molly is going to be there, who just wrote a beautiful blog piece for the Christian Witches blog. So if you go to christianwitches.com, this is just an aside. Pardon me for being going on a tangential here. But I just have to show you Molly really quickly. The Christian Witches blog. Molly was so kind and she wrote a beautiful blog for Christian Witches. And there's our Christian Witches picture from last year. And there's Molly right there. And she is an incredible volunteer, volunteering to help us with Christian Witches, with promotion of Christian Witches. And she's writing for us in community. And I just love, love, love her share. It's so beautiful. So it's at the Christian Witches blog, which is free to read. You can go there anytime. So I had to find a way. I promise you, all of this was connected. I connect. Let me connect the dots. So at the Christian Witches Convention this week, next week, not this week. This week's my daughter's graduation. Let me get all my travels and straight, because I won't be on about half a dozen planes and things in the next couple of weeks. The Christian Witches Convention, Memorial Day weekend in Las Vegas. Okay, so and many of you will be there. So fun, so fun. By the way, if you haven't decided to come yet, super cheap tickets. My daughter said $45 tickets from Philly to Las Vegas. There's no excuse. Get there. Okay. Even if you can't go to Greece or Italy or Egypt or some of the big places that we go, get to the Christian Witches Convention, like 40, $50 to get an airline ticket there, share rooms with somebody, right? And then get into the circle. In the circle, you can ask about sharing rooms. And if you don't know how to get into the circle, let me show you the circle again. It's right here. Enter the circle on the Christian Witches website. And it'll show you how to get into the circle. And go into the circle, ask about roommates, ask about all that in the circle. Okay? Now, what if? So, I had to move myself energetically. I had to do magic. We're going to be doing a ritual on Friday for Venus. Venus is all about love and money. We're going to be doing a ritual on Saturday. Now, we let me back up a little bit. Thank you, Spirit. A game, the what if game. Now, the ritual will lock in the new vibration, just like money uncrossing. Will lock in the ritual to do the work. Then you must do the cleansing to keep the work done. That's what if. You need to do the daily work so that you don't backslide, like they say in church, because your mind has a consistent pattern of thinking. And though the ritual just cleansed it and cleared it, and it did the heavy lifting energetically, just like money uncrossing, it did the heavy lifting energetically. Your money was uncrossed. What happens is the conscious mind doesn't realize it yet. The conscious mind still wants to go back to the old loops. Don't let it. Keep moving forward. Keep going. That's what this game does, the what if game. It's an in the moment tool for you to keep the work done that was done in the ritual so you don't relapse. Relapse is very easy for us because it's familiar, it's where we came from. Yet it's not ultimately familiar because ultimately we came from spirit and you are spirit. So ultimately, it's not familiar, yet it's the most recent thing that we were doing with our mind on a daily basis. If you were worrying and biting your nails every day, all day, then the tendency, even after the money uncrossing ritual, the tendency will come up, even though a great opening was made for you in spirit realms, and you don't have to do that anymore. And we did that through our group shared energy. And we did that with dozens of candles burning. And that flame, eternal flame, continues to burn in your heart and continues to burn infinitely for all of us, unless we cancel it, and we would never cancel it, right? Now, The ritual does the heavy lifting for you in spirit realms, energetically. And then you've got, because remember, if you have a money issue, like I did, you have to address it on multiple levels. You have to address it spiritually. That's what the ritual is for. You've got to address it mentally. That's what this what if game is for, and all of the things you do with your mind. You've got to address it emotionally by getting that emotional body pristine and clean. You've got to address it physically by getting those currents out of your physical body, because your physical body is a receptacle of remembrance for the things that were problematic for you in the past. Thank you, Spirit, for giving us that. I'm going to say that again. Your physical body is a receptacle of remembrance for the negative experiences of the past. It's a record. And it's a record of not just the negative and it's the positive also. Right here, we're talking about the negative. So you got to clear the physical body out. And of course, you must then address it on the money level. You would then have to go and start putting your money things in order, start giving order and accord to your accounts and attention to your accounts, and learn Bitcoin and learn how to be financially free, all those kinds of things. See, this has to work in concert all together. So the what if game is going to help you with your mind, because your mind is the most problematic part of this whole thing is your mind. So the what if game is going to help you with your mind. Now, how does the what if game work? The what if game works like this. You can't get your mind to believe something that it doesn't want to believe. Yet you can ask it a question. Listen very carefully. I'm going to teach you a hack right now, straight into your subconscious mind. You can ask it questions. And when it doesn't know the answer to the question, it will go fetch the answer. Ooh. Guess who I learned this from? I learned this from Noah St. John. Noah St. John. Look him up. Matter of fact, I will share with you exactly where I learned this. Noah St. John. He is an author with Hay House. Noah St. John taught me this. Look at that big question mark on the front of this book. Affirmations, not affirmations. The Miracle of Positive Self-Talk. Noah St. John, which reminds me, I'm going to have to leave a review for Noah St. John and John Assaraf, whom I love. Now, here was the actual book that I read. I can still tell you where I was when I found this information out. I was sitting in Barnes & Noble on the eastern shore of Maryland in Salisbury. Kid you not, I remember I was sitting on the chair and there was a couple that came up to me and said, "Aren't you Valerie Love?" Yes, yes. And we got to chat for a while. And then they moved on and did what they were doing. And I was sitting there with this book, The Secret Code of Success by Noah St. John. I was living on the eastern shore of Maryland at the time, and I was looking at this book like, why would the spirit have me pick up this book from the shelf, right? Something said, get it. You know what I love about spirit when spirit tells you that? It's going to not only help you get out of your jam, it's going to help so many people get out of their jam too, because look how it's still working. And that happened probably about 12 or 13 years ago. So I pick up the book and I'm reading the book and I'm like, incredible. And what did the book say? That was like, bing, 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 bing. Oh, I'm telling you, I had a Jesus come to Jesus moment. I had a spiritual experience right there in that Barnes & Noble, which happens in Barnes & Noble a lot. So much enlightenment is in there, right? I had a spiritual experience right in Barnes & Noble. And know what the spiritual experience said? You've been trying to use affirmations on yourself and tell yourself something. Yet you never use affirmations on yourself to ask yourself something that your mind would then go get the answer to. Here's how it works. You ask yourself a question that contains the essence of your desire. For instance, what if someone sent me a payment for several $1 million right now? What if? What if someone asked me to perform a service I love for extreme pay, higher than I've ever received? What if? What if I'm asked to share my wisdom and story for an exorbitant amount of income? What if? Do it with me and start seeing how you're feeling. Shifts you instantaneously. Share this with everybody because today is Money Monday. What if this keeps happening in the most joyful, soulful, and wonderful ways? What if? What if? Do you see that you're not telling yourself something that's not true because your subconscious mind will just spit it out? I am rich. No, you're not. Spit it out. Look at your bank account. No, you're not. Go somewhere and sit down. And your subconscious mind is just treating you like a little bitch and pimp slapping you and telling you to sit down and shut up. And then it keeps creating more of the same. And you're like, darn it, darn it, darn it. Why am I back here again? I thought I already dealt with this. How many times have you said that to yourself on the spiritual path? We got ticks on the wall. I thought I already dealt with this. This again. I thought I already took care of this because you did take care of it at the level that you could at that time. You did clean it up at that level and what had presented, you did. But you didn't know. And you didn't know that that thing was very deep in your consciousness and that you would just circle around to it again. But the beauty of this circling system, it's a system. The angel showed it to me. It looks like a big spiral. The beauty, and you're going ever upward. The beauty of circling around on this spiral is that when it circles you around, you're now a different person. You come back to it because it's not resolved. It is not 100% resolved in your consciousness. There are things in my consciousness that are not 100% resolved. That's why I keep the wisdom of the universe keeps bringing me back around to it. And I used to get mad at that until the angel showed me, no, 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 no. This is how you heal it by continuing to meet it. This is how you surmount it by continuing to meet it with a new mind, greater skills, more experience, more sharpened spiritual tools, more spiritual tools, better rituals. That's how this thing works. And you will continue to be circled around. You'll get a respite. But we think in the respite that the thing went away. And then when it shows up again, we think it's that other person. Boo, it's never that other person. It's never that other person. This is me and my learning and my ascension and my evolution. And I get to do it with some amazing, beautiful people around me. So when it circles you back around again to the very same thing that you thought you already dealt with and you thought you already overcame, you know some things that you didn't know the last time you met this thing. Last time I didn't have 40 money mantras under my belt. Last time I didn't have the 40-day money ritual under my belt that some people are still going through again. They made it an 80-day ritual. It's beautiful. The ritual is still active. I didn't have Noah St. John's book under my, I didn't have What If under my belt. I didn't have these things. So now when I face it again, I'm going to bring all I have to bear on this thing. I'm going to go all in. Most people are like, no, I don't want you again. Oh, no, I thought I already dealt with this. I don't want to deal with this. I don't even want to look at it. Can't we do something more fun? Or they veg out, or they tap out, or they sugar out, or they sex out, or they drink out, or they weed out, or whatever the escape mechanism is, boo. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You've got to face that thing and take it on. So I had to take that money thing on, okay? What if this keeps happening in the most joyful, soulful, and wonderful ways? What if I keep becoming richer and richer, having more and more fun? What if? What if I keep becoming richer and richer and having more and more fun? What if? What if someone walked in the door right now and asked me, now remember, with this what if game, you're not asking to get something for nothing. You're not. Magic demands payment, and the payment has to be made first. That's why when we do the ritual, we have to go buy the candles, we buy the herbs, we get the bay leaves. We haven't gotten anything yet. You're giving first. That's how the whole system works. First you give, and then you get commensurate with your giving, and your giving gets expanded. The giving always comes first. The payment for magic comes first. The payment for entrepreneurship, first you pay, then you get paid. First you pay, then you get paid. So we're giving our services to the universe. We're giving our gifts. We're giving. And then we receive because our giving created the current. We are the cause of our own receiving. How? By the greater current you can push out of giving. That's why everything I learn, I right away, I go and find some people I can teach it to. As soon as I learn something, I run and make a masterclass about it. I run and help other people with the wisdom and the learning. So you are not asking for people to just give you something. The universe just rains money on me. What if the universe just rains money on me right now? Notice the nature of these what if questions. It says, what if someone sent me a payment for several $1,000,000 right now? A payment means that you gave them something. What if someone asked me to perform a service I love for extreme pay, higher than I've ever received? What if? What if I'm asked to share my wisdom and story for an exorbitant amount of money? What if somebody asked you to come and speak on their stage right now for $250,000 for about 45 minutes? I've never gotten paid $250,000 in 45 minutes before. I'd like to have that experience. What if? What if someone paid me $250,000 and get whipped up in your what if? What if someone paid me $250,000? Yes, self, to speak for 45 minutes. I can do that. I can speak for 45 minutes about my story and my overcoming and my challenges and whatever. You would make the best outline. You would go to hire the best speaking coach. You would be looking fabulous. You would be showing up super big, and you would slam that 45-minute talk and walk away with $250,000 in your hand, plus in your magic pause, plus your first class air back and forth there and to the next place you're going, plus your wonderful suite for the entire time that you're there. That's what they pay Gary Vee. They pay Gary Vee 6 figures to talk for 1 hour, and he's going to slam you and punch you in the face. I promise you, you're not even going to like what he says. And he's going to show you that you're an absolute sloth. People pay him 6 figures to do this. Like, he tells you, you're not doing it. If you were doing it, you would have the result. You're not doing it. Like, he slams people for like 45 minutes, an hour. Here's your 6 figures, Gary. Thanks for beating us up for an hour and showing us we're all total sloths, not doing it at all. And yeah, no problem. Anytime you need me to come back and punch you in the face again, that's what I do. I go around and I punch people in the face. That's Gary Vee's life. He tells people, and he always says with kindness and compassion, because he always says to be kind, and people get it confused. They think people who are straightforward and who tell you the truth are not kind, because we have a very strange adversarial relationship with the truth. Humans, we don't like truth. It's so inconvenient. Truth. And it never feels good when it first lands. Just so we're just like, can I please stay in my delusion just a little longer? I was having fun over here sexing people and eating all the ice cream I want and eating donuts and being in my delusion that I wouldn't get fat. Well, sexing people has nothing to do with being fat, I don't think. But anyway, I was thinking, let me be delusional and think that I can be in my totally hedonistic lifestyle. Like I used to live a totally hedonistic lifestyle and think that I'm going to have some kind of wonderful outcome coming from my totally hedonistic lifestyle. How's that going to happen? That's what actually burned down Rome. Took down the whole civilization, hedonistic lifestyle. Because you don't have any character. You don't have any boundaries of what you'll do and what you don't do. You don't have any code of being and ethics within yourself. You just do anything. That doesn't work. So the truth always reminds you that all these things that we try to delude ourselves about actually won't work. Okay? So he tells the truth, and in a kind way. And people are like, you're too bombastic. You're too, whatever they want to call him. They don't like it because he's a truth bringer. They don't like it. Same reason they don't like, who's that dude that I freaking love? that's always telling people the truth, but they never want to hear it, and they put him in jail. He's a boxer person. He used to be a fighter or something like that. Uh, Alex, I don't remember. Alex Tate, is it, or something like that? I love that dude because he's always just spitting truth, and people hate it. People don't want toxic masculinity. No, it's not. He's telling you something that you can't handle, and so you want to have a problem with it. Why do we always have problems with truth tellers? We always have problems with truth tellers. We're going to deplatform them. We're going to try to make them go away. We're going to try to take away all their medical credentials. If you're a doctor and you're a truth teller and you're not on side with the paradigm of foolishness and quackery and tomfoolery and stupidity that is going on currently in the medical establishment, in bed with the pharmaceutical companies that we saw played out in 2020 and 2021, if we didn't wake up and realize that these things are not what we thought, and it's corrupted all the way through to the bone. And all the people who were telling us the truth during the thing, they were deplatforming them, running them off, taking away their licenses, trying to get rid of them, all the people that told you you could heal your body naturally, where are they? All the people that told you that you need to take more vitamin D ran them away. No, you need a jab for the snake bite so we can make billions more from you as an experiment. Get it now. I was like, well, look at this. This is fascinating. Get a snake bite. It's going to solve all your problems. Then when it didn't solve all the problems and it had some very adverse reactions, you need another one. That'll solve all the problems. Okay, you get another one, and it just still didn't solve the problems, and it still caused more adverse. You need another one. Why was we're up to 4 now? Oh, now you're going to get them every year. People, let us wake up, and then people will stop running scams on the people that are awakened. You can't run a scam on awakened people. So anyone that tells us the truth, we just run them off. We get rid of them. We find them inconvenient. We don't like them. And they're telling us, and most of the time, I hate to say it, most of the time people kill them. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I mean, most of the truth tellers, they are right now being threatened. Every truth teller that's on this planet is being threatened in some kind of way, either socially or their license or whatever. You can agree or not agree with them, it doesn't matter. So, because we don't necessarily like truth, we would rather stay in a delusion. Yet, the delusion will not help you get anywhere. You gotta face it, boo. Just like me, I gotta face my shit. We gotta face it. Yes. Now, what if I keep becoming richer and richer, having more and more fun? What if? Come on, start asking yourself what if questions. What if? What if it became easier and easier every day to become richer and richer in every way? What if? What if it just became easier and easier for me to become richer and richer? What if and you can dance to the what if, you can walk to the what if. I love walking outside in the morning, breathing deeply, the fresh air, looking up at the sky, sun on your skin, sun in your eyes, do some eye gazing early in the morning before it gets to a place where it hurts your eyes, and late in the evening as it's going down, when the sun is at the horizon, it will not hurt your eyes. You can eye gaze, you can look right at it, and that's when you realize after enough eye gazing that the sun is not yellow at all. They lied about that too. The sun is black, but it's all good. Anyhow, the key is that you're going to ask yourself these wonderful questions. What if it became easier and easier every day to become richer and richer in every way? What if that became easier and easier? You're not telling your mind that this is what you're currently experiencing. So, do you see that your mind cannot fight it? Isn't that beautiful? Your mind can't fight it. Now, let me give you the part of your mind that's going to go and fetch the answer for you. Okay? Let's give you that part of your mind. So, we're going to come off screen share, and I'm going to give you now Let's see what he said. I would venture to say that probably none of us listening to this got that job, got that jab. God is my strength. I would be so happy if that were the case. That would be lovely. Baby, because these people were out in these streets, they were doing some devilment. And I don't mean a red person running, walking around with a pitchfork. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, God is my strength. You made my day. I hope a lot of us did not get it. I sure wasn't getting one, two, three, or four. If they didn't let me in a country, I'm still haven't been to Bali. I still have not been to Bali. And Harmony, I see Harmony on the live stream. I still have not been to Bali because Bali wants you to have a jab. And I just noticed that now to get into Bali, you can have a jab or you can get a doctor's note that said this person is not getting the jab for whatever reason. I was like, I'll get one of those. Doctor, tell them I'm not getting the jab. She cannot have this jab. Yeah, because my mind won't let me have it. And you can get a letter from a doctor. And so, anyway, let's talk about the part of your mind that's going to go fetch the answer. Because, family, I want you to have the complete circuit. Not, you don't just want the question. See, you have to have it full circle. What is the answer? There is a part of your mind, and I'm pointing to this back here because I believe it's right back here at the base of your skull, called the, well, we kind of call it I call it a fetcher. Um, you could call it that little rabid dog or puppy that you throw a ball and the puppy runs and fetches it. Now, what does this part of your brain do? This part of your brain only lets in information that you have told it is important. Give you an example. You're outside with your kids at the park, ton of other kids, right? Ton of other kids out there. Uh, uh, that's right. It's a reticular activating system. That's right. God is my strength. You are on it. So let's say that you're at the park. You're there with your three kids. There's a ton of kids at the park. They're all screaming, "Ah, nah, 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 nah." They're all saying, "Mom, nah, ma." You don't turn around. You're reading your book. You're doing whatever. You're talking on the phone. You're posting a social, whatever. You got your eye on your three kids, right? Then all of a sudden, one of your kids falls and screams, "Ah!" Right away. You're like, why? There's a ton of kids out here because your reticular activating system, they call it a RAS, but I call it like a puppy. You just want to think of these things in terms that makes it very easy for you to picture it and work with it. It's like a puppy. Here, you throw a ball, it runs and go gets the ball and brings it back to you. The reticular activating system, you told it that these three children pay attention to everything they do. Pay attention to the exact timbre of their voice. Pay attention to these three children. There's 50, 100 children out here. You didn't bat an eye with those 50 or 100 children. Yours, you set right up and you ran right over. That's the reticular activating system. Now, the reticular activating system, why do we have this? Because 400 billion bits of information hits your brain and hits your whole system every second. You can't process all of that. So, because you can't process all that, you need gatekeepers. And the gatekeepers are at your eyes, just gatekeeping what comes in based on what you told it is important to you, which is exactly what it says in A Course in Miracles. Scientists in A Course in Miracles say the exact same thing. The only thing that's getting past your eyes into your brain is what you told it is important to you, not truth. You made it up, what you wanted to see, and then you went about and saw it. So this RAS, give you another example of how the RAS works. I'm in the airport. Yesterday I was in the airport in Cancun. And this person, that person, this English, Spanish, this announcement, that announcement, the other announcement, calling this name, that name, this a whole list of names. Da, 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 da. Valerie Love. You couldn't tell anyone the name they said just before Valerie Love or the name they said after Valerie Love. Why? It didn't even get in. It didn't land. It didn't have to. It has nothing to do with you. So it just kept going by. Valerie Love has something to do with me. Valerie Love. Now, what does this have to do with your money? It's Money Monday, and this is on 40 Money Mantras. Because you didn't yet program your reticular activating system to be rich. This sounds super crazy, and I promise you it's true. You did not program your RAS to bring you information about being rich. So it's just floating all around. It's floating all around, it's floating everywhere. Yet you didn't tell it that it's important to you, like your 3 children or your own name. So it's just floating, it's all around you. Your brain won't let it in. Your brain will not let the information in. That's why sometimes when I see people and they just can't get it about making residual income or repeat income, I don't get mad, because I realize they want to let it in. They haven't done the work to train their brain to open the gatekeeper, to open the gate and let wealth information in and let it happen easily. We just haven't done it. What if yours truly, she said, got it. Boom, you got it, yours truly. There you go. There you go. And yours truly, your super chat today, just like all our super chats and all our cash apps, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And all the registrations and all the things that you all do and all our members, all of those are seeds. Because you play at $10, because you have to give first, play at $10, you could say this comes back to me a billion-fold return, 10 billion. This comes back to me a 50,000 return. This comes back to me 100,000 return. That's $1 million. $10 given return with a 10,000 return, I believe would be either $1 million or $10 million. So let's put the whole pieces together and tie it up with a nice tidy bow, because I'm a teacher that loves to make sure a class has it. You're going to ask questions. What if questions? What if, and you're just walking down the street, what if someone called me right now and said they wanted to buy out 10 spots on one of my retreats with amazing people that are at their company and they want them to have this peaceful experience in Thailand? What if? And they paid it all up front. What if? What if I spoke at one event and filled up, booked solid, my whole coaching schedule for the year? What if? What if I ran one ad on Facebook and had 20,000 new people join in my wellness business? What if? Do you see that you start feeling so different as you're doing it? Now don't think that this is happening in vain. It's not. Your reticular activating system has just woken up and said, oh, it's important to fill the retreats. Oh, this is all part of the subconscious programming. Oh, and now it's going to put you in front of things that match your what if questions. Family, if you get this, and I mean work it, remember, you don't get paid for something you do once. That's why I love all of us showing up every morning. I love all of us. You only get paid for what you do consistently, 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 consistently. Can't do it today, not do it tomorrow. Do it when I feel like it. And then I won't do it again for another week. Do it for 10 minutes. And then I won't do it for another, 3 days. Then do it for an hour. And then go do something else. And then go just flippy floppy, wishy washy. You don't get paid for what you don't do consistently. This is groundbreaking. I've done my job for the day. We can look, God is my strength said this is groundbreaking. We can end the live stream right here. KAISI has done her job for the day. I'm going to go and get myself a lovely acai bowl, and I could probably chill for the rest of the day because, yes, we have a light bulb moment. I love light bulb moments. I live for light bulb moments. What if, what if, what if, what if? Okay. Uh, and then Danelsia says, it will put you in front of things that match your what if questions. Can you imagine that? And you've got to take the actions consistently. So tonight, when we're in class and I'm showing you about your books, you've got to take action on your books consistently. Trust me, I take action on all three of those methods that are going to pay me huge, that pay me and will pay me ever increasing, because all three of these, there's no limit. What's the limit at your job? What's the limit to how many coaching sessions you can do? There's a limit to how many coaching sessions I can do. How many retreats can I teach at? There's a limit to how many events I can teach at. There's no limit to how many books I can sell, how many videos can be circling around for me, how many members can join the channel, and how many members can join our wellness, our mastermind. There's no limit. So your what if questions, because of that part of your mind that can't live with a question unanswered, is uneasy, it starts going and fetching the answers. Here it is. I'm going to finish with a story. Consistency. So many people are inconsistent. You cannot be inconsistent. And you know what I do? I set my life up for consistency. And I tell people that I will be here this time, this time, this time, this time throughout my whole week. That way I have to be consistent because it's accountability. I have to be consistent here every day because I promised you. I have to be. I have to be consistent with going out and doing events, even though it's challenging, it's expensive. I have to be consistent with it because I put it out to you and you all pay me. And somebody that pays me for something, they're going to get more than they paid for. If you know KAISI, that's exactly what happens. If you paid me anything, I learned that from Wallace Wattles, The Science of Getting Rich. Always give more to people in use value than they gave you in money value. We're going to talk about that another day. Right now, here's the story. So you're there, Adriana. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Come to class tonight because family, even if you're not an author and even if you don't know how to be an author, if you learn this information tonight, you can see how easy it is for you to become an author and to get Amazon to love your books. These are some simple shifts you can make and then you can go out and do it. You can do it. Okay, here's a story. So I had this coach named Gina DeVee. And don't you love Wallace Wattles? Oh my goodness, he'll get you all the way together. And so, by the way, all of these books that I'm referring to, please, if you would be so kind, to go to ValerieLove.com for any book or anything that KAISI recommends to you, please go to ValerieLove.com. Here it is. Please go to ValerieLove.com and click on books. When you get there, please go right here to Valerie Love's Amazon recommendations page. And would you buy the books from here? Because I have all these books here for you. So under Money and Wealth, I have Wallace Wattles for you already. Let's find Wallace Wattles. Where is he? Because he's one of my favorite. Where is Wallace Wattles? Edwin Gang. There he is right there. Oh, these are my favorite. And family, the way it works is even if you don't see the book here that I'm talking about, click any of these books, go into the Amazon store, and then whatever you buy, they'll still give me credit for it because I was the one that got you into the Amazon store. Isn't that fabulous? I just love how that works with Amazon. I do love that. So, okay, thank you for using the links. Now, and they're also below this vid. All these links are below this vid. Now, story. I had a coach named Gina DeVee, and Gina DeVee is an incredible coach. She's an incredible coach. She taught me a lot. And Gina DeVee had this, she had this experience when she was first starting coaching. She didn't have a lot of money. She was a therapist, and she was doing the same exact thing I was doing. I wanted to serve people. I wanted to charge these very high fees. I wanted to help people. I wanted to do all these things, yet it wasn't coming together like I wanted it to. And you could get a $3,000 client or $1,300 client or $1,500 client or whatever your fee is. But if you only get them once every 6 weeks, you're probably not living a pretty flourishing life, depending on where you live. Well, anyway, she knew she needed help with her money and she knew she needed coaches. So she went to this event, and it was one of these big events where they have all these coaches, they tell you what to do and so forth and so on, and then they sell you their thing. And there was this program that she wanted to get into, and she was like, "Oh my goodness, I have to get into this program because getting into this program would turned around her whole financial situation, her whole coaching practice, all of that, right? She had to get into this program." And the program was $30,000, and she did not have $30,000. She didn't have anything anywhere near $30,000, and so and so she was sitting there in the audience. She knew she had to have it. Like, you know what you're supposed to have, right? You've seen the retreats already, you've seen the classes already, you know what you're supposed to have. So inside in here, she knew she was supposed to have it. So she's like, "Oh my goodness, I need that." So they said, "Hey, you can go to the back of the room, fill out the form, and you can put the date that you want them to withdraw the money from your card. You don't have to pay it today. It just had to be like something like within 30 days or whatever. So you didn't have to pay it that day. You just had to fill out the whole form, give them the credit card information because that's the commitment, right? And you had to tell them what date you wanted." So she stretched it all the way to long as possible. And I think it was 30 days. Well, anyway, she's like, "Okay, okay, this money, it's got to come to me. Who can I coach? Who can I work with in order to have this money come to me, right?" So she's looking for new coaching clients to get this $30,000. And at that time, her fee was $6,000. And she had maybe one or two clients, but she needed a lot more clients. In a year, if you have 10 clients, you make 60,000. But if you have at 6,000 each, but if you have five times that much, you have $300,000. Now you're getting closer to where she wanted to be because she knew she needed to be in the millions. Well, first week goes by, no 30,000, no more money than what she had from day one. Another week goes by, no 30,000, not another client. Matter of fact, it looks like it's getting worse because you have less money now than you had when you were at the event. Okay, now she barely got to the event. She spent like her last money to get to the event. These are the kind of stories that just always make me feel so good because these are the kind of people that always get the biggest breakthrough. The rest of the people are just afraid, right? These are the people that always get the breakthrough because they do the big scary thing and they spend their last dime to go to a retreat or an event, and then they get the breakthrough because the universe says, "Wow." Okay, so week 3, no more money and no more clients. So there was this one client that she was working with, and he had already come on board before, and it was coming down. It was like a 90-day program or something like that, and he had paid her $6,000 for it, and he owned a company, and he was working with her. She was working with him, one of her existing clients that she had gotten like a couple of months before it, and he was coming down. This was like his last month of coaching, and third week, 30,000 not there, no more money, no more clients, nothing. You see, this is something you have to learn about the universe. The universe will so make you think it's a no before you get the yes. And I just never believed that. I just don't believe in no. I don't believe that I'm not going to have everything, have it all, and that everyone can have it all. I don't believe that there's any denial in the universe, denial of service. I don't believe in that. I just think everybody can have everything they want. And I just keep going, even when it looks, especially when it looks like you're not getting this. There's no way you're getting this. That's why I'm super close because it looks like there's no way in hell I'm getting this. That means I'm super close. It's counterintuitive. Thursday comes. Now, Saturday is the day they're going to run her card. That's day 30. They're going to run her card for $30,000. No more money. No more money. Okay. Friday, the last session with her current client. And she did everything in the circle because coaches, we will do everything in that coaching. We will make sure the client's good. Because we're not coaching for money. We're coaching for transformation. We're coaching because there's a higher calling on our lives. And you have to see that transformation in the people you work with, right? Her client said to her on Friday, wow, this was so good. You're really an amazing coach. He said, do you coach people at companies and at businesses? And she said, yes. Because an entrepreneur, our word is yes, I do that. Yes. And then we figure out how to do it and we deliver that. He said, because I have 5 employees. And I would like it if you could coach all 5 of them on what you just coached me on these last 90 days because it's been so helpful and I want them to have it too. And she said, why, yes. He said, so how would it work? Would the fee be the same? She said, yes. He said, so would I just wire you the money? Do you invoice me? He was asking how he could get her $30,000. But you think the universe doesn't listen to you or doesn't care about you and you're some kind of stepchild. That's what you think. You don't hold it. You don't hold it and demand it and keep going and saying that money somehow, 30,000. And she wasn't 100% rock solid on it every moment because it's coming down to Friday and they're going to run my credit card tomorrow. I have to have this. I have to have it. I have to have it. That insistent, that seeing it is already done. When she wasn't in the I have to have it, she was able to put herself in the it's already done. It is already done. I'm already there. I've already got it. This has already happened. He wired her the money. She had plenty of money in her bank account. They ran the card the next day. She got into the coaching program, honored her commitment that she signed her name to, got in the program, got the benefit, and became a multi-million-dollar coach. I won't say that she became a multi-million-dollar coach from that one program, because generally that doesn't happen. Generally, you have to have ongoing, masterminds, support, great community, great partners. Usually you don't do it by yourself. I said all that to say, your RAS, she told her RAS she had to have $30,000 by Saturday. So her RAS went out. And what I love about the universe doing it, your RAS in concert with the universe, because your subconscious mind is the universe. It's non-local. The subconscious mind is not in your brain. It's everywhere. That when the universe does it, it goes out, it finds the most elegant. What does elegant mean? It goes out and finds the most greatest result for the least effort way of doing it. It doesn't find the hardest way to do it. It finds the water way to do it. Mind like water, it finds the flow way to do it. That's what it does. That's what spiritual alignment does for you. It finds the flow for you to do it. Now, you can do it a lot of different ways. You could hammer it and you could work all day and you could burn yourself out on social media. You could go around and knock on doors and be super uncomfortable and just hate what you're doing. There's a lot of ways you could do what you want to do. Yes, there's a lot of ways, right, dog, that you could do what you want to do. I want to glide. I want to be in the flow because when you're in the flow, it just comes to you, right? And Dawn, what I love about Dawn and her partners is we're going for something very big. We're going for the Hawaii trip. We're going for something very big. We're going to be in Kauai free. Trip for two to an estate that's a private estate. You can't even get on this estate. You can't even pay to get on this estate, right? And we're going to on this trip to Kauai and airfare included for two. So there's a lot of ways you could do that. There's a lot of ways you could do what's required to win this trip, right? Because you do steps to earn this trip. There's a lot of ways you could do it. You could be mad while you're doing it. You could be afraid while you're doing it. You could be frustrated while you're doing it. You could bug people while you're doing it. That's one way. Or you could flow and have it like that. It's different ways to do it. And I have found that the flow works best. And the flow is permanent. And the flow is just right. It's just a yes. It's the Tao. It's the way of the Tao. Lao Tzu told us it's the way of the Tao. water. See, it doesn't have any resistance in it. It's simply flowing. If there's a big rock in the water just flows around the rock. The water doesn't stop at the rock and start fighting. You never saw water fighting a rock. Why are we fighting these things, these rocks in our river? Just flow around it, flow up, flow down. You're going where you want to go, and then you meet the great ocean. So beautiful. I love you. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace. KAISI out.